This is a 22 News Storm Team Weather Alert.
And good Wednesday morning. Time now is 6:43. Beautiful looking sky here in Westfield. We'll see a good amount of sun this morning. There is also a little patchy fog in a couple spots out there. One of those spots being Chicopee here. You can see some of the reduced visibility in the tree line as we look off to the north and east here. So just a heads up, you might encounter a little bit of some fog for the morning commute, but that should burn off pretty fast. We'll see a sun and cloud mix for the first half of the day. And then we do have the 22 Storm Team Weather Alert up for the chance of some storms this afternoon. So a light breeze for now. Air temperature up and down the valley in the 60s. We're 65 in Greenfield, 64 in Northampton, 68 now, the temperature there in Springfield. And on top of that, it's really not that bad. We got dew points in the 50s and 60s. A little muggy here in Hamden County where you see those dew points around Springfield, 66 there. So in some spots, it could be a little sticky when you walk outside, but by this afternoon, many of us will be in the mid to upper 60s with the dew points. Air temperature will climb into the low 90s once again for today. This will be the fourth day in a row of 90-degree temperatures. It'll also be the last day in a row that we've been dealing with this heat. As we go throughout the morning, 7 a.m. towards 9 a.m., notice temperatures stay mostly in the 60s and 70s. By 12 o'clock here, we're in the mid to upper 80s, 88 Springfield, 86 in Northampton, 80s back in the Berkshires. Right around 1, 2 o'clock will be the high temperature for today. You can see, especially here in the lower valley, we're right around 90 degrees or in the low 90s. 93 in Springfield, 91 in Northampton. Mid to upper 80s back in the Berkshires. And then we are going to see a cold front move through with some thunderstorm potential, and that'll drop temperatures as we go into the evening. 6 p.m. here, we're back in the 70s, and we stay likely in the 70s and even some 60s as we go into the overnight. So for today, sun and cloud mix this morning. Some showers and storms are looking more likely towards the afternoon, evening. That is the top of the 22 Storm Team forecast focus. We'll be around 90 degrees today, 80s for Thursday and Friday. So a little cooler come tomorrow and Friday. And going into the weekend, we stay warm in the 80s to around 90 degrees for Saturday and Sunday. Clouds of radar scanning dry out there for now. You can see this line of some storms coming over Lake Ontario, Lake Erie there. This is going to be part of that cold front that'll bring us some of those showers and storms for later today here on the 22 Storm Team Skycast. 7 o'clock this morning towards 9 a.m. looks good. Going through the morning into the afternoon, 12 o'clock looks fine. Here we are going towards around 2 p.m. though. Some isolated showers start to develop. And then notice here around 3, 4 o'clock, there's a chance for some downpours. And it's really around the evening commute. I'd say best chance of any showers developing will be after 2 p.m. Best chance for thunderstorms developing will be after 4 p.m. You can see here around 5, 6 o'clock this evening, got a line of some storms that tries to come through. So the overall threat for severe weather today is fairly low, but not zero. The National Weather Service Storm Prediction Center giving us a level 1 out of 5 for all of western Massachusetts. So a marginal risk for severe weather for today. The biggest concern with any storms that do develop will be some heavy rain that could create some ponding on some of the roads, and then also as well some straight line winds that could be pretty strong as well. The least of our concern would be any hail. The atmosphere does not look favorable for any hail development for today. Again, heavy rain and some strong gusty winds would be the main concern if you do encounter any of the storms that could develop this afternoon, evening. On the other side of the weather news, we got the hurricane season that's starting to get a little bit more active. We got Tropical Storm Erin here in the Atlantic Ocean, currently a 45-mile-per-hour tropical storm, and it's moving off to the west here pretty fast, 20 miles per hour. Here's the track from the National Hurricane Center as of this morning. They still do expect it to be a Category 3 hurricane as we go towards later this weekend into early next week. This is early Monday morning. It's north of Puerto Rico, the Dominican Republic here. So this is something that we'll watch. As of right now, it looks to curve to the north and stay out to sea, but it could be close enough that it could bring some really rough ocean currents and also some waves here on the East Coast next week. So we'll keep an eye on it, but it just goes to show you that hurricane season is starting to get active. 88 to 92 out there for today. We're going to fall back into the 60s to near 70 for tonight. For the rest of the 22 Storm Team 7-day forecast, there's a chance for a spot shower too tomorrow afternoon. I think much of Thursday's dry. Friday, Saturday, Sunday all look good. Temperatures in the 80s to around 90, and we stay in the 60s for the overnight.